Space, the final frontier. A vast expanse that has always captured the human imagination. For decades, it has been a place of wonder, of scientific discovery. We've peered into the cosmos with telescopes, uncovering the mysteries of the universe. We sent probes to distant planets, exploring the unknown and pushing the boundaries of our knowledge. We built a space station, a symbol of international cooperation, where scientists from around the world work together in harmony. But now space is changing. It's becoming a battlefield. The peaceful expanse is now a strategic domain. General Michael Guetlein, head of U.S. Space Force, has warned the world about the emerging threats in space. China is developing space capabilities at an alarming rate, investing heavily in technology that could dominate the final frontier. They're not just going to space, they're preparing to control it. Their ambitions are clear and their advancements rapid. And one way they're doing that is with satellite dogfighting. This isn't science fiction, it's happening right now in real time. Satellites equipped with robotic arms, grappling hooks, even lasers. These are not just tools of exploration but of potential conflict. Maneuvering in the darkness, ready to disable or destroy enemy spacecraft. The silent war in space is intensifying. The stakes couldn't be higher. The outcome of these confrontations could reshape our world. Our world relies on space. From global communications to weather forecasting, our daily lives are intertwined with space technology. Communications, navigation, even banking depends on satellites. The infrastructure of modern society is at risk. Control of space means control of the future, the power to influence and dominate the next era of human civilization. And the battle for that control has already begun. The new space race is not just about exploration, but about supremacy. China's space program has come a long way. From its first satellite launch in 1970 to landing a rover on Mars, China has made remarkable progress. But their ambitions don't stop there. General Guetlein's warnings highlight a worrying trend. China's space program is becoming increasingly militarized. They're developing technologies aimed at crippling their adversaries in space. These developments challenge the existing balance of power. The world has long looked to the United States for leadership in space, but China is quickly catching up. Their growing space capabilities are a direct challenge to American dominance. This new space race is not just about national pride. It's about control of the high ground of the 21st century, and the outcome will have profound consequences for every nation on Earth. Imagine a battle with no roaring engines, no pilots risking their lives in a blaze of glory. This is space dogfighting, a silent, invisible ballet of destruction. Satellites, once passive observers, are now becoming weapons themselves. They are equipped with technology to disable or destroy other satellites. Robotic arms can rip solar panels off, rendering a satellite useless. Grappling hooks can pull satellites off course, sending them plummeting back to Earth. Space dogfighting is a new and dangerous form of warfare. It's far removed from the traditional image of soldiers on a battlefield. Yet the consequences are just as real. China has launched hundreds of satellites into orbit. Some are for scientific research, others for communication and navigation. But an increasing number have clear military applications. Some Chinese satellites are equipped with high-resolution cameras. These can track enemy ships and aircraft with incredible accuracy. Others have sophisticated sensors that can detect missile launches. Still others are suspected of being capable of jamming enemy communications. China claims its space program is for peaceful purposes, but the capabilities of its satellites tell a different story. They are developing the means to blind, deafen, and cripple their adversaries in any future conflict. Section 5. The growing threat, beyond just satellites. In this section, we delve into the multifaceted dangers that extend far beyond the realm of satellite skirmishes. General Guetlein's warnings go beyond just satellite dogfighting. He emphasizes the broader spectrum of threats that are emerging in the space domain. He points to a range of emerging threats in space, each with the potential to disrupt our daily lives and national security. These include ground-based anti-satellite missiles, laser weapons, and other advanced technologies that are being developed at a rapid pace. Additionally, cyberattacks on space infrastructure are becoming increasingly sophisticated and frequent. Anti-satellite missiles, or ASATs, are a growing concern. These weapons are designed to target and destroy satellites, which are critical for communication, navigation, and surveillance. These missiles can be launched from Earth to destroy satellites in orbit. creating a cascade of debris that can damage other satellites and spacecraft. China tested an ASAT in 2007, creating a massive debris field that threatened other satellites. This test highlighted the potential for space debris to become a significant hazard. Lasers are another potential weapon in the space domain. These high-energy beams can be used to disable or destroy satellites from great distances. Powerful lasers could be used to blind or even destroy satellites, rendering them useless and causing significant disruptions. While this technology is still under development, it poses a significant future threat. The race to develop these weapons is intensifying. Cyberattacks are perhaps the most immediate danger. These attacks can be launched from anywhere in the world, targeting the software and systems that control satellites. Hackers could take control of satellites, disrupting communications, navigation, and even military operations. The consequences of such attacks could be devastating. The reliance of modern society on space makes it vulnerable to this new form of warfare. Our dependence on satellites for everything from GPS to internet connectivity means that any disruption could have far-reaching impacts. Section 6. The Space Race 2.0 China's rocket launches. China's space program is rapidly advancing. They've developed powerful rockets capable of carrying heavy payloads into orbit. The Long March series of rockets has become a symbol of China's growing space ambitions. The frequency of Chinese rocket launches has increased dramatically in recent years. They're launching satellites at an unprecedented rate, rapidly expanding their presence in space. This aggressive launch schedule is a clear indication of their determination to become a leading space power. Each successful launch brings China closer to achieving its space goals. They're developing space stations, lunar rovers, and even planning a manned mission to Mars. Section 7. America's concerns. Keeping up in a new space age. As we venture further into the cosmos, the dynamics of space exploration and dominance are rapidly evolving. The United States has long been the dominant power in space, with a rich history of pioneering achievements, from the Apollo moon landings to the Space Shuttle program. But China's rapid advancements are challenging that dominance. In recent years, China has made significant strides, launching its own space station and planning ambitious missions to the Moon and Mars. The US is now facing a new space race, one with potentially higher stakes than the Cold War competition with the Soviet Union. This modern space race is not just about exploration, but also about strategic and technological superiority. The US Space Force, established in 2019, is a direct response to this challenge. Its creation marks a significant shift in how the United States approaches space, emphasizing the need for a dedicated military branch to oversee space operations. Its mission is to protect American interests in space, including its vast network of satellites. These satellites are crucial for communication, navigation, and surveillance, making their protection a top priority. The US is also investing heavily in new technologies like space-based interceptors and directed energy weapons to maintain its edge in space. These advanced systems are designed to counter potential threats and ensure the security of American assets in orbit. The competition between the US and China in space is about more than just military might. It's a multifaceted rivalry that encompasses various aspects of national power and influence. It's about economic security, technological innovation, and even national pride. The outcome of this competition will shape the future of space exploration and determine which nation leads in the final frontier. Section 8. Russia in the mix, nuclear threats and vetoed resolutions. The space race isn't just a two-way competition. Russia, with its long history in space, is also a major player. While Russia's space program has faced challenges in recent years, they still possess significant capabilities and have shown a willingness to use space for military advantage. Of particular concern are Russia's development of anti-satellite weapons, including ASATs. They've even conducted tests of these weapons, raising concerns about the weaponization of space and the potential for a dangerous escalation of tensions. In a move that underscores the growing international concern over the militarization of space, Russia vetoed a UN resolution calling for a ban on anti-satellite weapons. This action highlights the difficulty of achieving international cooperation on space security issues. Section 9. China's military might spending more, saying less. China's rise as a space power is part of a broader military buildup. They've been steadily increasing their defense spending for decades, modernizing their armed forces and developing advanced weaponry. China's military expansion is a source of growing concern for the US and its allies. China's increased military spending is shrouded in secrecy. They don't release detailed figures or budget breakdowns. This lack of transparency makes it difficult to assess the full extent of their military capabilities and intentions. The growing disparity in military power between China and the US is a major factor driving the current tensions between the two countries. Section 10. The future of warfare. A new battlefield above us. The world is entering a new era of space exploration and exploitation, but this new frontier is fraught with danger. As nations increasingly rely on space for their economic and security needs, the risk of conflict in space will only grow. The development of space weapons, the militarization of space, and the lack of clear international rules governing space activities are all contributing to a more dangerous and unpredictable environment. The future of warfare is likely to be shaped by the competition for control of space. The outcome of this competition will have profound consequences for the future of humanity. It is imperative that nations work together to prevent a catastrophic conflict in